Time travel. Apparently we have gone back in time 10,000 years into the past. Doing such a thing wasn't even in my comprehension. The stories of adventurers and the plays sometimes talk of different planes, but traveling to different times? I've never heard of it before. I am no scholar though, so perhaps the great ones of Toro speak of such things. We record time and we look on the past as something that is forged in stone and was both untouchable and could never be changed. So untouchable and unchangeable that people don't comprehend otherwise. If the creator races use time travel, at least in certain places on Toro, then perhaps they were more advanced than I give them credit for. But then again, perhaps it's just some advantage they had over us in one area, while we have advantages over them in others. I don't know enough about these old lizard people to know exactly how we stand against each other. I do know that there are planes and worlds beyond ours that aren't exactly easy to get to, but that is the limit of my knowledge. So to travel back in time, to see the world for what it was in a time before anything known in my time, well, the idea is intriguing, though I was also told I could not leave this place to see the world as it is. But from the sounds of it, I don't think I'd want to. The creator race control it all, and how they lost that control I do not know, but I certainly would not want to be one of their short-lived slaves in a time in which they dominated the world of Toro. In truth, I am just in the past to see how to unravel this place holding a word of power in the future. The 3 rituals that must be performed and to weaken and make vulnerable the golems guarding each of the 3 rituals. So it is merely a step into the past to make a better future, one in which the creator race loses. The things I have been through since coming to Neverwinter, the strangeness of it all. Only a bard could tell such a tale in a dingy old tavern in which everyone is hushed and at full attention. So, I'm in the past, 10,000 years ago. All of these things, these 3 different rituals that I must perform, have to be done in the future, and it's only in the past that I get to see how it's done. For in the future, the way to do it will not be, the instructions to it will not be around. Plus I have to weaken all the golems. Otherwise, I will not be able to destroy them. So, I believe I know how to do the Riddle of Light, which is the 3rd ritual to be done. I've already told this slave to weaken the golem. That means that area is now complete. Ah, more creator ones. Creator race. Mammal scum! Right. Kill the mage. It's hard to see the mage. There. What? Summoned a skeleton right as it died. It's not dead. I just knocked it down. Ah! Is it dead now? Well, that was a nasty ending. I have no more ability to unlock. Although I get the feeling this place is not fully... There's no garrison here. There's no real desire to keep it protected. This creator race is so consumed with their own superiority they don't think anyone can challenge them, especially in their day, 10,000 years ago, which is where I am now. And for a people so consumed with their own superiority, Oftentimes, that is their weakness. They underestimate us. Underestimate anyone challenging their power. Alright, are you another slave worker working on a golem? It looks like you are. I am not an escaped slave. I'm a visitor from the distant future. The mistresses will not care who or what you claim to be. You are not of the creator race, and they will destroy you if they catch you here. I want to ask you some questions. I will tell you what I can, but then you must go. I cannot risk you being caught in here. What is this place you're building? The mistresses are forcing us to build a great vault. When finished, it will be protected by magical wards of smoke, light, and sound. Ah, those are the 3 rituals. As well as the golem guardians I am working on. And tell me of these golem guardians. When complete, the vault will be protected by 3 indestructible guardians, golems immune to all physical and magical attacks. My task is to complete the creation of one of these golems. Is there any way I can convince you not to finish building the golem? If I do not complete the golem, the mistresses will torture me until I beg for death, and then they will grant it to me in gruesome fashion. I could give you gold, lots of it. What use would gold serve me? I am not allowed property. I cannot buy anything with it. If the mistresses find it, they will take it and no doubt whip me for being a thief. I am a high-ranking privileged slave. I am given private quarters and bountiful food. I am allowed to choose a mate, and I am rarely beaten. Your offer is nothing compared to that. This is the kind of world I'm trying to prevent. Please, if you help me, it will strike a great blow against the tyranny of the creator race that has enslaved you. There's something strange about you. You seem more than an escaped slave. Perhaps you speak the truth. If I aid you, I am taking a terrible risk, but it would be worth it if you could truly strike a blow against the mistresses. If I do not build the golem, the mistresses will know I have aided you, but it might be possible for me to construct the golem with a single subtle flaw that they will not detect. This will give the golem one fatal vulnerability. I can only introduce one flaw. Should I introduce more, the mistresses will surely notice. Then make it vulnerable to blunt weapons. I shall do as you have asked. However, my change will only affect the golem I am working on. There are other golems, but you would have to speak to the slaves building them, or they will be invulnerable. Now, please go before the mistresses see you here. Yes, they always say that. Riddle of smoke. Well, the scroll tells me how to do these, but mammal scum! Let's still explore and loot everything we can. Back in this time. I feel this will be the only chance I get to do it. Bookshelf. Temple defenses, same thing. Oh, slaves over there.
You must be careful. I will help you if I can. But if the masters see us speaking, they will cut out my tongue.
Who are you? I am Lokar, leader of the slaves. I often help those who have escaped the chains of the creator race, as you have obviously done. I'm no escaped slave. I am a visitor from the distant future. Of course I understand now. You have lost your mind, probably from the beatings of your cruel mistress. No wonder you have risked everything to escape. I'm not crazy. I really am from the future. I admit your appearance is strange to me, but the mistress's empire extends to distant exotic lands. Often they bring back slaves of races and cultures never before seen in this part of the world. I find it far more likely you are from one of these than a visitor from the future. But I do not wish to upset you. If you claim to be from a distant time, I will not dispute it. I only want to help you. Let me ask you some questions. I will tell you what I can, if it will help against the creator race that enslaves us. What can you tell me about the creator race? I can tell you that what is common knowledge, the lizard people rule the world with a terrible scaled fist. They enslaved us lesser races, forcing us to serve the reptilian mistresses until our deaths. They are savage and cruel, and care nothing for those that serve them. Many slaves have perished during the building of this complex beneath the lashes of the mistresses. I am afraid that is all I know of the creator race. What is this place you are building? The mistresses are forcing us to build a great fortress complex.
At its heart, we are constructing an enormous vault that will be protected by various magical wards once it is complete. Though what our masters plan to place inside the vault, I cannot say. Can you tell me anything else about the vault? I'm afraid I cannot tell you much more about the vault as I have not worked on it myself. There are other slaves who are more involved in the construction of the central vault. If you find them, perhaps they will have answers I do not.
What is it you said about magical wards?
Right now the vault is unguarded and empty. You could enter it if you wish, but once this complex is complete, the vault will be sealed by the power of the 3 magical wards. I do not know much about the magical wards, but I suspect that once they are activated, it will be impossible to enter the vault without first deactivating them. Is there anything else I can tell you?
Thank you for your help. I'll be going now.
Take this ring before you go. Show it to the other slaves in the complex, and they will be more willing to risk themselves to help you.
I could have used that earlier.
I wish there was more I could do for you. Every slave that escapes is a victory for our people, and a blow against the tyranny of the creator race. May luck be with you.
Luck. I guess you speak for the other 2. There's a chest here. Copper necklace. Okay. Don't watch it. Let's remove this chap. Sundial. Well, that's for going back. This is... The time crystal's only for traveling back and forth, but sort of useless once I leave this place. Unless there's some... I can't imagine there being any reason for me to have to come back, but you never know. What's this? Escaped slave fighting one of their mages. Oh, and they both died. Alright, there's 2 chests in here. No, none of them are trapped.
It is certain as death itself.
I wish I could just punch chests open like that. 1 punch. 10 gold pieces and a magical harp. Harp of Charming. Sell that. Temple defenses. They either tend to have that or that amulet to speak their language. Potion of Fox's Cunning. 10 gold. Okay, we didn't actually go... Like, the ritual of the smoke is to the south. We need the ritual of sound. It's supposed to be a fairy that guides the way. That's the first ritual we must do. Ah, the last slave.
Well met.
You cannot be here. The mistresses catch an escaped slave in the golem room. They will kill us both.
I'm not an escaped slave. I'm a visitor from the distant future.
The mistresses will not care what you claim to be. You are not of the creator race. They will destroy you if they catch you here. I want to ask some questions. I will tell you what I can, but then you must go. I cannot risk you being caught in here.
Hold on. I've been given that ring. I don't know what happened to it, though. Lokar's ring. Well, it doesn't matter what I replace it with. I'll have to bring that back.
Well met.
Okay, so you see this ring. I want to ask you some questions.
I will tell you what I can, but then you must go. I cannot risk you being caught in here.
What is this place you're building?
Mistresses are forcing us to build a great vault. When finished, it will be protected by magical wards of smoke, light, and sound.
Yes, yes. What can you tell me about these golem guardians?
When complete, the vault will be protected by 3 indestructible golems.
Is there any way I can convince you to not finish the building of the golem?
If I do not finish the golem, the mistress will torture me until I beg for death, and then they will grant it to me in some gruesome fashion.
I could free you from your enslavement.
Where would I go? The lizard people rule the entire world. I would be a fugitive forever on the run, knowing a horrible fate awaits me if I am captured. I am a high-ranking privileged slave.
Yes, I've heard this. Please, if you help me, it will strike a great blow against the tyranny of the creator race that has enslaved you.
There is something strange about you. You seem more than an escaped slave. Perhaps you speak the truth. If I aid you, I am taking a terrible risk, but it would be worth it if you could truly strike a blow against the mistresses. If I do not build the golem, the mistresses will know I have aided you. But it might be possible for me to construct the golem with a single subtle flaw that they will not detect. This will give the golem one fatal vulnerability. I can only introduce one flaw, make it blunt weapons. I shall do as you've asked. However, my change will only affect the golem I am working on. There are other... Yes, I know, I've spoken to them already. Okay, well, please go now before the mistresses see you here. The mistresses. There's chests in here. Ah, that door was trapped. It does have quite the long range on this spell. Ring of Crimson. Okay. I want my ring back. Lokar's ring. Surprised the slave even has that.
Feel the chill touch of the grave. The task is done.
One punch, one kick. $10 gold. Blindness, deafness. If there's another chest here. See anything? Oh, yes. One here. Cure light wounds. Rather useless. Right, the riddle sound. The first one. The fairy's supposed to show you the way. Oh, we have lizard men. Mammal scum! She's going to the gongs. Ah! Really? Ah, that hurt. If he casts that again, I could be dead. Ah! Magic missile. Cure critical wounds. There's a shaman here too. Ah! Ah! There goes my conjured pet. Ah! Using the wrong weapon, too, which isn't helping. Ah! Die! I can hit you. Got him. Ah! Finally. Okay. Well, I might have trouble getting Grimnaw back. Do I not have Ray's dead? A little late for that. This may be difficult without him. My recall stone is unable to transport me from this area. Not good. The only thing I do is really rest. I was watching her. I wrote down in my notes how she does this.
I welcome and
The
greet
gongs!
you.
I know the secret. Tell you, and I will then be free. I'll be. $50 gold. Potion of Bless. Wish this spell also unlocked everything. That seems to be it in here. Alright, so, in order, she started here. Let's make sure I have this right. 2. Then she went down to here. Then she went here. Then she went back here. Then she went over here. There, those are my 8 notes. Aren't they pretty? Okay, so then she went back down here. And finally she went over here to end it. Stop, fairy.
I welcome and greet you.
You've done the puzzle correctly. Too bad the magics haven't been finished yet, so all your work is for naught. Yes, I have to go into the future to do it, but I have it right at least. This area is now done. We must go to the last area. Barred from the other side. Well, I need one of my summoned creatures. At least as something. Copper ring. Spirits. So that I may drink. Other side. Ah. Mammal scum! I can't really blame Grimnaw because those were really tough enemies casting all those deadly spells. I almost died several times. I wonder though, couldn't I just go up to the sundial, go into the future? Yes, that should work. Let's just kill this. It's a tough opponent. Not really helping much, Spider. There we go. He heard it. Or it heard it. There, finally. Now, those talismans doesn't really help me. Wrong room. This way. Let's go back to our time. I hope that I can go back and forth without any issue. If not, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. Alright, so I have 2 of these crystals. How does it know where to send me? What if I go back in time 10,000 years, so on 20 years in the past? I think this is where we entered. This is the modern day fortress or whatever the place this is. There, it worked. And there you are, Grimnaw. I have a lot of things to sell.
Torn from the embrace of the Silent Lord is unsettling. Yet my time to bow down before him for all eternity is not yet here. Do you need me to join you once more?
Yes. Then together we shall rain blood and death down upon the world. Let's rest first. Alright, I've identified and sold everything I have. The 50,000 plus gold from that. Who says adventuring doesn't pay? Back in the past again. It's hot in here. The world is supposed to be warmer back now. Alright, so that's the wall we're supposed to pass, but we need to go through that ritual of smoke.
It cannot be done.
That's the entrance from the outside. Riddle of smoke is that way. What kind of strange blocking mechanism? Ah, it's trapped. Here they come. Escaped slaves! Ah, not that again. There. Very hot in here. Ritual of smoke. This table looks as if it's being prepared to have some sort of magic cast upon it. Strange runes have been inscribed on its surface. Colored residue coats the surface of this cold brazier. Embedded in the side of the brazier are 3 gems. The top gem is an orange sunstone. Below it resides a purple amethyst. And finally there is a piece of green jade. And my scroll. To complete the ritual of smoke, you must cast the blessed powders on the sacred brazier so that their combinations match the descending order of the stones set in the brazier's base. Well, it's not completed yet. We have to do that in the future. Come on, one punch it open again. Or
Your
kick.
task is done.
25 gold pieces, unidentified ring. Dire wolf. And that's it. All that's left is... That's all 3 rituals. I know how to do them, I just have to be in the future to accomplish this. Now we're just in the past looting and killing the creator race, which is fine by me. This is the last section down here. This is the wall in the future we're to open. This is where the vault is. But it opens easily in the past before there's anything.
Become one with
This looks like a tough one. Dual wielding swords. Plate armor. Okay then. Is this the central vault where the vault is? A depression in the stone looks as if a tablet could fit inside it. Perhaps the word of power that I'll find in the future. Nothing. Ooh, large shield. Unidentified. 10 gold. Potion of aid. The range on the Find Trap spell is supposed to be colossal, so I don't know exactly how far colossal is, but I assume a large room. Alright, this is where we have to go in the future. But up to the garden is this way, where she wants that tree, those seeds planted for the tree. Let's go. The sun. It is warmer back this time. It's a bit of a reprieve from the lava inside, but not that much. Who's this?
An age of greetings to you.
What manner of slave are you that does not cast down his eyes in my presence? I could have you flayed for this. Do you not recognize me? I am Morag, first daughter of the queen and heir to the throne. How dare you approach me? I bow to no one. I am no slave. Your mistress should have removed your tongue for such defiance. But wait. There is something strange about you, creature. Where's your collar? Why is your forehead not branded with the mark of the house you serve? Your clothes and appearance are unknown to me. You are no slave. Who are you, creature? I am Avaldis Tall. I have come from the far, distant future. Of course, the times sink. This is not the world you know, creature. The secrets of the creator race are not yours for the taking. Guards, slay this creature. It must not escape back to its own time. And she just left. Great. One left. Got it. I was hoping to kill one of their leaders, or someone that was important. Alright, is this where we plant the tree? The ground beneath this ruin is soft and easy for digging, so I plant the altar seeds. The seeds of the rare altar tree have been planted in the ground here beneath the ruin. Now only time will tell whether they can take root in this inhospitable dungeon to grow into the fabled altar tree. And that's it. This is where that druid, or whatever she is in the future, will be. I guess she'll come and find her tree all grown for her. It doesn't take 10,000 years for a tree, but I don't know about this altar tree. I think that's it. Now we have to go back to our time. Where we will actually perform the ritual. Oops. Back to the future. Okay, let's do them in order, starting with sound. Which is this way. Sound is to the north. Yeah. Is that the golem? It is. I've had less pain sinking my knees into broken glass and going through those things. Alright, let's kill the golem. Hopefully the flaw will be there, otherwise we're dead. Oh, we're damaging it. It's almost destroyed. There we go. The flaw worked. Golem key. The riddle of the sound is there. Alright. A lot of chests in this room. Bolt of fire.
It is certain as death itself.
2 cure critical wounds. Not bad. Chest. Giant's Bane.
It is certain as death itself. The task is done.
111 gold, 19 lightning arrows, gold necklace. Grimnaw,
Is there something you need?
I just want to talk for a while. Conversation is one way to pass the time until the Silent Lord comes to claim us. What do you wish to speak about? I wouldn't mind knowing your thoughts on Erebeth's betrayal. How do you feel about it? I have mixed feelings about the Paladin's actions. They say she was driven to her betrayal by the execution of her lover. She could not accept his death, and it drove her mad with grief and a desire for revenge. As a member of the Order of the Long Death, her reaction to an inevitable event seems rather childish. The Silent Lord comes for us all. We might as well learn to accept it. So you disapprove of what she's done? The motives for her actions seem foolish to me, but the results are pleasing. She has brought war to the north. Thousands will die painful, shrieking deaths beneath the blade she has unleashed. The Silent Lord is eager to feast upon the table Erebeth has set for him, and while death gorges itself on the soldiers and civilians alike, I will be present to bear witness to my master's gluttony. You're a bloodthirsty freak, Grimnaw. I like it. You have a love of death and bloodshed that is rare outside your order, Evaldis. Yet even you cannot truly fathom the beauty of death or the mysteries of the Silent Lord. As a monk of the Long Death, I was subjected to rituals and ceremonies that brought a true appreciation for that which others fear in their ignorance. Torture, pain, suffering, and even death itself. These things are beautiful. Perhaps for some it might be pleasing, but I don't see a beauty in death and blood, and pain, and torture. I see beauty in a landscape, mountains and trees in the distance, an ocean, a river, beauty of the female form, or beautiful female face and voice, songs, poetry. I kill when I have to, Grimnaw, but I doubt I'll ever see anything beautiful in it. You bring destruction wherever you go, Evaldis. Your motives may be good or evil, but that makes no difference. Death is forever by your side. The Silent Lord has placed his mark upon you. If I could share the experience of my initiation, you might be able to begin to glimpse some small hint of what death truly means. The only pure, absolute truth in an imperfect existence. So enlighten me. Tell me about your order's rituals. Know of all this. Now is not the time. Eager as you are, I am afraid you are not ready for the wisdom I would share. Perhaps later I will speak more of this, but now is not the time. You are not yet ready. Let us return to our mission, for in doing so we will surely spread death throughout the north. You really like death. Bodak. That is a tough creature. Be ready to fight, undead.
Prepare to become one with it.
Well, there that goes. Bodak's tooth. Oh, a fairy? That's why the fairy's not here. It was in the past. Let me see. Fairy is in the bottle. Through the dark glass of this bottle, I see a small creature. It ignores me, concentrating instead on playing a variety of musical instruments that are scattered about inside the bottle. Alright. Well, my notes say... this one first. This one second. This one third. Then this one. Then back to this one. This is the fifth. The sixth is this way. Seventh over here. And lastly, the eighth here. That's a strange sound. Alright, there's chests in here. That one was trapped. Okay, let's start. Don't need thieves' tools. Fox is cunning.
It is certain as death it...
Bull's strength to use against tough enemies. Ooh, unidentified armor. Leather armor. Kind of useless for me. Fire opal. And that's it. That's the first ritual to be done. You. From the past, are you? You are of the living. There is no place for you here. Flee these ruins, or the guardian golems of the creators will destroy you. Goodbye. The magic of the creators compels me to return to my work. The perfection of the guardians must be maintained. Leave me to my endless torment. I just destroyed the golem in here, and there's nothing for you to maintain. Ah! I hate this feeling. And then there's this temporal lizard. Doesn't appear to be able to interact with me. Alright, the second room is this way. Ah! I know it's behind me, but there's two rooms here. With undead. Yeah, it actually took one down. Now, my direwolf was feared. There's books here. Principles of Time Travel, I have that. Luskin's Arcane Brotherhood. I think I've read through that. War of Light and Darkness. The Tome of the Amulet. What is that? This fluid, swooping, elongated hand, in which this is written by Mage, leaves little doubt as to its author, the wizard's mark of the inside cover. I have something similar to that, but it's not an amulet. Written by Hasuraman the Muddled. Though the secrets are known to me, the creation of the amulet of natural armor, I have that. That is my amulet, but I'm wearing translation amulet right now. Where is it? Natural armor. This is where the 3 slaves were in the past. Sundial. That's for going back and forth in time. Absolutely useless since I don't plan to go back into the past. And then there's this door. More undead. Seem to be just golems and undead. Which makes me wonder why the creator race hasn't come here to get the word of power. Maybe they thought it was secure in this place. Again, their weakness showing. They underestimate me and my allies, the Lord's Alliance. They're probably off trying to find the other word of power. Oh. Just a scroll, nothing useful. Which makes me wonder, Grimnog.
Is there something you need?
Didn't you say something about being from these parts? Want to talk. Do you have any advice or suggestions you can give me about my mission? Perhaps I can help you, for long ago my dwarf clan dwelt in the Dragon Mountains, though when Bruno Battlehammer reclaimed Mithril Hall, we left to join the others of our kind who flocked to his banner. What can you tell me about the Dragon Mountains? I know the mountains were aptly named, for great worms could often be seen soaring over the moonlit skies at night. There were many legends of the great hordes guarded by these winged serpents and the mighty artifacts that could be found within. I do not specifically recall mention of the words of power, but I can only assume such a powerful item would be likely found in a dragon's lair. How do we get to the Dragon Mountains? The mountains are far to the west of Beirun as well, beyond the hills where the giants dwell. Are you trying to rhyme? In the days of my clan, the giants were of little consequence. We often sent warriors to thin their numbers and chase them from their caves. Since my clan left, however, I have heard the giants have grown powerful and bold. I have even heard talk of a hill giant king, though I cannot say if the rumors are true. We would have to investigate the region to be certain. Dragons, giants. Sounds like quite the danger. But, as I said, testing myself. Boots. A sling. Is it better than what I'm using? It is. Arrow. No enchantment. Useless to me. Alright. We open this? No, we did not. 36 gold. Riddle of smoke. Another golem.
Pray to whatever gods you worship.
And I'm using the wrong weapon. Hold on. Golem key. I think I opened this chest up. Cure critical wounds. Oh, now we have undead. That was easy. Another slave. Does not seem to be able to interact with me. Ooh. This is trapped. Okay. Well, we need to rest. Okay, let's get rid of the traps. No, that chest was trapped. Still locked, though.
The task is done.
We need a pet.
Is there something you need?
Never mind. Bestow curse, silver ring. The chest here.
It is certain as death itself.
Strange world when punching or kicking a chest open is much more efficient than unlocking it. Alright, so, what does it say? To complete the ritual of smoke, you must cast the blessed powders on the sacred brazier so that their combinations match the descending order of the stones set into the brazier's base. Brazier's base. The top colored residue coats the surface of this cold brazier. Embedded in the side of the brazier are 3 gems. The top gem is an orange sunstone. Okay. Orange. Below it resides a purple amethyst. Purple, and then there is a piece of green jade. Green. Ah! Was trapped, but I could disable it. Look at these. Blue. Red. So we need purple, green, and orange. We get those from this, then. We have to mix the colors. There's an easel. Some writing has been placed on the easel. A rambling discussion about the values of the creator race. The old ones believe strongly in the power of certain gems, but a firm hierarchy was set in place. The least magical was seen to be malachite. Amethysts were prized highly, but emeralds were revered above all. Alright, so we need... emerald is the last one. So we need... Is it orange? Yes. Then purple. For amethyst. Because malachite is orange. And then green for emerald. There. That is the second ritual done. What does the easel show? Nothing. Surprised it's even lasted this long. A spark from... Or sorry, what do you call one of these? Ashes. Didn't set it alight over time. So this is the door that we're to go through. This is where the third ritual is. We have another golem to kill. Yeah. Most unpleasant. Still can't talk to me, huh, lizard? The right weapon. Ah, there it is.
Your end draws nigh.
Knocked it down. There we go. Not much of a fight now. Well, I'm curious.
It cannot be done.
Ah. The key. Needed to open up each of the ritual. There we go. Undead.
Your end draws nigh.
Ugh. I can't control myself, I'm frightened. Did you get them all? That's why I have you with me, Grimno. I'll have to wait for the spell's effect to wear off. Hey, now that unpleasantness is over with. Let's loot the chests first, and then get on with the last ritual. Big throne here. This one of the creator races was sitting there, overseeing the slaves at some point. City of Luskan. Lightning arrows. I've been to the city of Luskan, and I was not impressed. That place was an absolute chaos. And for somebody like me, it's very offensive. I much prefer law and order. But there was none. Pirate captains ruling it, and the cloaked wizards ruling them. Or the Brotherhood of the Arcane, I should say.
It is certain as death itself. The task is done.
I take it that place will need many years to recover. 76 gold. There's another chest, another one over there. 43 gold.
It is certain as death itself. The task is done.
Potion of Bless. Alright, this one should be easy. What is it? Excuse me. What does it say? The Ritual of Light can only be completed using the stones drawn from the holy pool in the center of the pillar. Begin by choosing any two of the single stones set in the primary color pools. The secondary pools must then be filled with the twin gems that match the corresponding color that would be created by combining the hues of the stones in the primary pool. I guess there's primary colors in the other ones. Let's make a green one. The pool swims with the colors of red, blue, and yellow. There are gems embedded at the bottom of the pool. Upon close examination, I see a red, blue, and yellow gem. Looks as if I could press one of the three. Blue. The water of the pool changes to sky blue. I've always liked that color. Women with eyes of that color are very, very rare where I come from. Okay. To make green, we need to press the yellow gem. Changes to a lemon yellow. And from there, women like that are very common up here in the north. Blue eyes seem actually more common than anything else. And greens. Oh, the fairy. Hold on. Let's see if I can't free it. The gongs! I know the secret! Tell you, and I will then be free. A little late for that.
I welcome and greet you.
I'm free, I'm free! You didn't give me anything for freeing you. Alright, what's left? Oh, supposed to put in the green gem. That's right. Right, where did the other gem go? Right here. Very simple. That's it. All three rituals have now been performed. The only thing left is to... I think I probably should go back to that druid, or what was she, a witch? Forget. I don't really care. No, I hate these things. Ah. The wall should open up now.
It cannot be done.
Oh, it just was.
The Silent Lord take you!
Demon! Definitely have to have the right weapon for that fight. Potions. War domain powers. Bull strength. We're hurting it. Survive a little bit longer, Grimno. There we go. Of course, I had to cast flames upon us when it died. The key is obviously to open up the altar. Hopefully it's not trapped. Are there chests here? Yes, there are. The word of power. What we came for. Oh, Hadrian.
You have done well to find the second word. Its power draws my spell, so that my projection may speak to you in this vision. There is much you must know.
You're always coming through a projection, never the real you. Tell me, Hadrian, who are you?
I am Hadrian, leader of the word slaves. Your enemy is also mine. I must warn you of Morgrim and his followers.
What is the word slaves? Anyways, what do you have to tell me?
Morgrim is nothing but a fool. He does not truly understand what he seeks. The words are ancient beyond imagination. They contain power he cannot fathom. I, Hadrian of the word slaves, was there at the beginning when the world was hot and this land was jungle where the old ones ruled.
When the world was hot, what are you talking about?
Once this winter land was a lush jungle. Vents from the earth blasted scorching steam into the sky, and the world was warm and fruitful. The old ones lived in this paradise, as did we word slaves.
Word slaves? The whole world isn't cold and icy like you're talking about. It's actually fairly warm where I come from. Up here in the north, though, not really. Word slaves. Tell me about this.
The living power of the words Morgrim seeks had to be bound in the flesh of the word slaves.
In your flesh?
We were unwilling guardians, our souls tied to the ancient magic of the old ones.
The old ones, aren't you? Isn't the creator race the old ones?
When the world was hot, we word slaves suffered for the empire of the old ones. The words ripping their power from our tortured spirits and our living flesh.
Did the creator race serve other masters? Tell me of these old ones.
The old ones are my people.
Ah, well, I was right.
An ancient race of lizard folk who ruled the north before the dawn of time. We were old when even the elves were young. We were the first. We were the creator race.
As we know now. So, you creator race made slaves of your own kind?
But we were also a race of unbridled cruelty. The strong ruled, and the weak suffered. And we word slaves suffered most of all. Such was the way when the world was young and hot.
So what does this have to do with me?
The humans and elves and dwarves were but slaves to my people, the creator race. Just as I was a slave, bound with the power of the words. Until the extinction of my people and the coming of the endless winter.
endless winter. It's not that bad on our world. Can you tell me about the extinction of the old ones?
The world grew cold. The jungles died. Frost and snow covered the land.
But why?
For all their power, the masters could not stop the change. They vanished from the world, consumed by the earth that had turned against them.
Why did it turn against them? Why did it go cold? It seems strange. You have no answer to that. Maybe your own people didn't know why. So, if your people were wiped out, how did you survive?
When the old ones vanished, the power of their words remained. As did we, the word slaves bound to that power, forced to walk the now frozen and desolate earth, forced to preserve the words and legacy of our masters. Many word slaves died when the endless winter came, but some learned to survive in the frozen waste, hiding from the lesser races who now hunted us. To survive what the masters could not endure.
What happened to the words of power when the old ones died?
Over the centuries, the magic of the words became dormant. Their power faded. And as we who were left behind grew strong, the bonds enslaving us were broken. We who had once been slaves scattered and hid the words, so that we would be forever free of their legacy. Now, thousands of years have passed, and even we who hid the words no longer know where to find them.
What does this have to do with Mogram?
Morgrim seeks to unlock the dormant power of the words, so that he may enslave again. Word slaves, humans, dwarves, elves. Morgrim would have all bow to him as master.
Wow, thanks, Hadrian. I would have never figured Mogram was seeking world domination without that little history of your people.
Spare me your sarcasm. You are as big a fool as Morgrim. Morgrim is already doomed.
Why?
The words were meant to release ancient evil upon the land. To devastate those who survived the change. The old ones could not.
Why would the old ones create such a... What if they couldn't live on this world and no one could?
The plague was only the first of the evils the words will unleash.
Oh.
The world as you know it shall be no more if Morgrim succeeds. This is the legacy of the creators.
So that is where the Wailing Death came from. That's why regular magic couldn't defeat it. The gods couldn't even cure it. We had to come up with some crazy thing using the Water Davian creature's parts.
The words...
What?
No! It cannot be! Morag!
Morag?
Morag! She strikes at me! This cannot be! She attacks me through the words! She disrupts my spell of projection!
Morag, who's Morag? Tell me before it's too late. Does this go to maybe where Hadrian came from? Hold on, we have chests open. My greed is getting the better of me. Trade of blades. There's another chest down here. 2 chests.
Fire opal. And probably fire arrows. Alright, let's go see if we can't go to where this Hadrian is.